Hey guys, how's it going? So, patch V278 finds its way hopping onto the Ark with many new features, fixes, and a bunch of tender loving care for some old friends. The Rex, Procoptodon, Gigantopithecus, Direwolf, and Direbear all find themselves receiving both gameplay and visual upgrades. And yes, that is a direct quote from the patch notes. Here's a breakdown of the 5 creatures that have been updated in this TLC Pass. First up then, the Procoptodon. This has got a new model, new animations, it's had a sound pass and got some new abilities. It will take reduced fall damage, its carry weight has been noticeably increased, it can carry small creatures and baby dinos in its pouch, a knockback kick which can significantly affect larger dinos, they've added an aimed jump which can be used by holding down the jump key, carried characters in a pouch have reduced food consumption rate when carried by mate boosted female Procoptodons, and babies imprinted while in a carried Procoptodon pouch receive more affinity. So, the notes on this basically suggest that if you're a female mate boosted and you get a character in there, their food goes down less. If you're imprinting something, stick it in a pouch and you'll get more from it. You can aim its jump, it'll knock crap back when it kicks. Sorry, I'm just sort of like putting these together, like this is my sort of reading and thinking, so what's it doing? And obviously it looks new. So, it's got a kick. That's your alternate attack button. Hiya. This is Bruce Lee maneuver, and that will knock stuff back. If I turn my UI on a sec, when you go to jump now you'll have a targeting reticule, so much like the Carcanos from Aberration. I wonder if I can... Oh my... well, okay then. Along with giving it some plastic surgery, they inserted some bionic legs. Oh my days. Borderline flight on a kangaroo. That's pretty cool. Can you kick while in the air? No. But you can point... I'm going off the edge. I'm going off the edge. Oh. Clutch. Up. This review went bad quick. Right, so that's the overall gist of the Procoptodon. Still quick, can almost fly, can knock stuff back and gather, attacks as per normal, and has helpful pouch, and looks, I think, pretty cool. I mean, it's cool. It is. It's just got a nice smooth face now with his little stripes. He's a kangaroo, man. What's not to love about a kangaroo, you know? Next then is the Gigantopithecus, and his patch notes read, received a model update, an animation update, some new fur, a sound pass, and some new abilities. The Bigfoot will receive an armor degrading attack. This means when it fights, it'll do more damage to your armor's durability than health. It is important to note that the armor degrading attack will not affect other Yeti creatures found in the game. It can now climb zip lines, but not jump between them. It can now jump. It can carry and throw small creatures, and throwing has been made more accurate with the addition of a targeting reticule similar to the Carcanos and the Procoptodon as just demonstrated. So, let's have a look. First and foremost, it looks so much better. The C button will make you eat, which is like a nice passive thing. As far as I know, it doesn't actually do anything like that. It just looks good. Can jump. Just like standard sort of jump as you'd expect. Runs. Alternate attack still throws you. Main attack, backhand stuff, smacks some stuff around like, yo, dodo. Ooh, I wonder if I can pick that up. No, I'm just gonna throw myself. Okay. My bad. Dude, stop eating. Stop it. Oh, and that's polite. Right, okay. So, yeah, basically the same. Now, I've tried putting zip lines down. I can't seem to do it outside of Aberration. So my apologies for that, although I imagine it will work a lot like the Ravager. Walk up to it, press the button, climb, except it will probably look a lot more badass because a little bit of monkey magic goes a long way. Orf, orf, orf. Next up then is the Direbear. And who doesn't love a Direbear? They look awesome. They look even better now. So its patch notes say, model update, animation update, new fur and some abilities. When riding the Direbear, players will be immune to bees. They won't be able to knock you off the bear, and instead they will target the bear instead of the player, so that's nice. The Direbear will also be able to harvest honey from wild beehives without attracting the bees or hurting the hive, so that's great. Plus the amount of honey it receives will be 3 times the standard amount and increased swim speed. So, once again, for the most part, it's raining. Thanks! Now, for the most part, it's the same thing. It goes quicker and quicker the more you sprint. It has its main attack and alternate attack, which gathers still, and obviously with the addition of C button, it roars. So in that respect, it's mostly the same as the Gigantopithecus. It's It looks a lot better, and it has a few extra helpful features like gathering honey. So penultimately then we're onto the direwolf, and yes, the usual blah blah animation, fur, etc. Howl now activates a pack buff for 90 seconds with a 1.5 minute cooldown. When the alpha howls, the pack also howls. The pack buff strengthens the alpha as well as its pack reduced amount versus alpha. We will do some in-depth testing on this the way we have done for the other pack buffs just to see exactly how that works. That'll be a separate video though. Hunter's Instinct passive buff, which will allow it to sniff out people or creatures with less than 50% health, and Sniff tertiary ability to indicate nearby explorer notes or to detect buried or stealthed creatures, which I think is when you press your C button, it sort of sits to sniff. I guess that's, you know, hey, is there something nearby or is there not? You know, you press it, you have a look. I can't make him howl at the moment, but I'm thinking that's because I don't have a pack, which is interesting because instead of just being able to sound off and make noise, you now need a pack to be able to do it, which is kind of cool. Other than that, bite is bite, sprint is sprint, jump is jump. It's just a visual update, and quite a nice one at that. I enjoy the fluffy tail, I enjoy the more realistic face. It just looks nice. They have done really, really good with this. I'm interested to get the other Arc Academy video on the go, doing the pack buffs on this. Be interested to see exactly how the new howl mechanics work and the interactions it has with other wolves. Saving the best for last, I guess you could say, the Rex. Oh my. The notes for this big guy say, other than the model update, its roar will receive a cooldown and make non-allies under a certain drag weight poop to act as a small stun or interrupt, which I'm going to have to go and test in a minute. There'll be a cooldown on victims so they cannot be poop locked. Poop locked. Oh, so they cannot be poop locked continuously. The roar will not be able to scare anything above its level. Roar will cause players to poop but not stun them. Rex's ability to climb over small rocks and steeper slopes has been improved. So realistically, it looks new and it moves differently, which I've noticed on the bite. If you look, it's like less of a face into the floor thing and more of it's a better bite. Some new abilities, so that'll be the roar then. It's mostly, it can step over more things in a better manner. Its roar now makes things poop. You can't poop lock. That's going to have me giggling for like the next hour. Other than that, not much else. It looks better, it climbs better, and you can literally scare the crap out of things. Let's go test that. Oh look, a dodo. Little debuff on it. And it pooed. Yeah! Will it work on a turtle? Oops, sorry dodo, I didn't mean to walk on it. Oh, it's on cooldown. There we go. Oh. I'm guessing you're above the drag weight threshold. Damn it. Yeah, the bite still has a little knockback. It seems to bite quicker. If anything, that's pretty cool. Same knockback, but really rapid. Oh man, it feels so much quicker to bite as well, like much more rapid biting. I like that. Gonna make you poop. Yeah, look at it, stood in place. It's got his little glow, and when it runs off, poop. That's awesome. Oh, I can't wait till Sean comes online. Kick from Tribe and Raw. I know they said you can't poop log. Oh, I will stop giggling at that, I promise. I know they said you can't poop log, but still, it would be funny just to stand there and watch it happen. Anyway, that covers the dinos. So what else did they add? Well, I'll tell you. On top of the TLC Pass, they've added a lot of other fixes in 2.78. And to quote the forum, the list is long, so buckle up. I will, for this though, just cover a few of the highlights. The turret hard limit is kicking into place, so you can't have more than 100 anymore within a 10,000 unit radius. Existing setups with more than 100 turrets are still going to go on till normal until the 18th, where there'll be another update, at which point they will then kick in that hard limit. So you've got until the 18th to prune your turrets down to 100. Okay, so here's a few things that stand out to me as meaningful. Your dragon's fire breath direct impact damage has now been reduced by 50%. You no longer need pheromone to claim Reaper Kings. You kidding? That felt like half the fun. That felt like half the challenge. It was like going out and making sure you got the glands from the queens to tame them. To be honest, if you're going to go out, you're looking for queens to impregnate here, you're not likely to come across a high level one and get impregnated on the first instance anyway, which means you're going to kill some of the crap ones, so you are going to get pheromone guns. Why take that away? Why make it unnecessarily easy? I don't like that, personally, but hey. Oh, they fixed the Cark's jump as well. There used to be a bit of a thing where you could go mining metal on the Carcanos and it was the best thing to get around aberration, because even when it was massively encumbered, it couldn't move, but it could still jump. So you could still get home with it being hugely encumbered. Well, that's been fixed, so not anymore. Adam is going to be devastated. Diabear and the Gigantopithecus, aka the Yeti, have now been added into aberration as well, which is great. That explains why I couldn't put the zip lines in here. They can go to aberration, so that's where they're going to function. A Titanosaur is now slower because it was so fast before. They've made it so that basilisks can damage foliage on movement to prevent them from getting stuck in trees, and the accuracy of their poison shot has been improved. That's cool. The Giga is no longer raged by fall damage. I'm personally happy by this. The first Giga I had, within the first 5 minutes, it slipped off a ledge and it got really peed off with me and ate me, so I'm personally happy for that. It caters to the fools like myself. Here's something I'm super excited about, just for builds and like getting your creativity out, which is literally that. Creative mode building, which is an admin command that lets you can trigger that on yourself, which lets you carry an unlimited amount of things. Your weight restriction has basically been lifted, as have the crafting requirements. Your engrams are automatically unlocked and you can just build as and what you like into your bag in an unlimited manner, so that is really going to let your creativity fly. You turn that on, build whatever you can imagine, turn it off again and enjoy it. That's nice. That's really, really nice. You can now disable the fog as a server option. Yay! Oh, and another good thing as well, when we came back to Aberration, we made new characters. And even though I've already beaten all the bosses, I had lost like a lot of skins and various other things which I couldn't understand. I think it's because I uninstalled the game. Either way, Arc will now scan your Steam achievements and update your local profile accordingly to restore any lost skins or hairstyles. Thank you, Wildcard. I appreciate that. An option to hide learned engrams. That's cool. And a million other little things. I'm not going to go over them all because it is long. What I will do though is include a link to the patch notes in the description, so if you would like to read all the tiny little bits, then I will have that linked down there. Also worth noting, they have the TLC Phase 2 preview where it looks like they're doing the Sarco amongst other things, which that's going to be interesting as well. So this concludes my little look at this. Realistically, that's pretty much everything you need to know about it. The rest of it you'll learn from getting hands on, except the direwolf. That I will come back to. I think me and Sean are going to have to, well, I say me and Sean. Sean is basically going to have to get tied to a chair while I bite him lots of times so we can take the data down and see how that actually performs in a pack scenario. Because before there was actually a debuff that took place on the wolf. As its pack got stronger, it got weaker. Not quite as it sounds, but we've got a video on it, so we'll do another one. But other than that, I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to say. I mostly just wanted to see what they look like, and to be honest, I'm really happy. If they can keep doing this across the board, and maybe even a few cheeky optimizations here or there, I'm going to be a happy camper. Anyway, that is in fact it from me, so thank you very much for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next one.